Yes, good old TJ.
Konnichiwa, Neil Scratch Boy guy, back with another video. And today, you guys, we're back on the OTAKUDAIKUN's channel. First link you're about to download to OTAKUDAIKUN. This video is called "The Fate Lure: The Tale of Mysterious Heroine X and Alter." All right, guys. So without further ado, like, subscribe on the video, turn on notifications, hit all. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So, play.
While the multiverse is vast and varied, no one universe can truly compare to the Servantverse, a reality in which servants are set free from their origins and allowed to pursue their lives freely.
Hold up, pause. Off rip. Pause. There's a verse called the Servantverse where it's literally no whole bars on them. What? Where is this at? Like what's all the what? Is this like the only continuity for this verse, or is it more? Let me know in the comments down below. I didn't even know about this. Let me know. Alright, play.
Not all is well in the Servantverse. A crisis unfolds as the Saber class becomes far too prolific. Certain heroic spirits, especially Artoria Pendragon, begin to manifest in multiple forms, and their inflation goes out of control.
Wow, she has multiple forms?
The Saber class's value plummets, sending the Servantverse
that's my favorite class anyway. The Saber, you know what I'm saying, like them swords.
Crisis. The Lancer class is on the verge of extinction, and those of the Archer class are rounded up as criminals and imprisoned. If left unchecked, the freedom of the Servantverse will lose its very purpose. Yet, there is a new hope, one incarnation of Artoria Pendragon, who declares the rest of the Artoria species is a cancer of the universe that must be destroyed. This Artoria is known as Mysterious Heroine X, and she has made it her goal to eliminate Saber-class heroines under the code name AX. Beyond her goal, her accomplishments are impressive. She manages to save an ancient royal dynasty from a crisis, settle the internal strife of the Mankind Integration Union, and rout invaders from another universe.
Waifu?
However,
sheesh, that image in the middle though.
Enough that she forgets them in favor of the hunt. She continues to brandish her sword until her goal is completed. Despite being an assassin, she declares herself to be the definitive edition of the Saber class.
She's an assassin, not a Saber class?
An anti-Saber decisive weapon. She wields the Secret Caliber, sword of unsigned victory, a blade clad in beams that can be dual-wielded, harnessing both light and dark as separate swords. When swung, Secret Caliber makes a familiar, low-pitched sound. For her ultimate attack, she summons Secret Caliber's Excalibur into her right hand.
That sound effect
Excalibur
though.
Morgan in her left. Using them in tandem, X can rocket toward her opponent, continuously slash them, and finish them off with a leaping strike in the shape of an X. Thanks to her origin as Artoria Pendragon, Mysterious Heroine X has a reliable riding skill, which helps out particularly well when piloting spacecrafts. With her own personal vessel, Dune Stallion II, she can warp throughout her universe, with the capacity to warp backwards and forwards in time, or to another universe entirely. Thus, X tasks herself with saving her world from the Saberface inflation, and uses Dune Stallion II to venture to another timeline in the past, where they all originate. At her destination—
Pause. I just realized something. Wait, I just realized something. So, hold up. If it's a servant verse, and you have your regular forms, you have your alter forms, which is what she has, obviously, because it's based off the title of this video. Wouldn't it be chaos anyway in this realm because of alter forms being evil and stuff like that, even though they're kind of similar, but they're evil? I'm just saying. That just dawned on me while looking at this. Okay, so play.
There is Chaldea's master, Ritsuka Fujimaru, and their trusted Kohai, Mashu Kyrielite,
I'm trying not to pause no more.
Helping Artoria Pendragon Lily train to become a stronger warrior. Mysterious Heroine X crash lands beside them and immediately sets her sights upon Artoria Lily, one of the many saber faces she strives to hunt. However, X encounters Lily being down on herself and forces her into a duel so that she can see the power of the ultimate saber While Ritsuka and Mashu know right away.
It's like
that
everything
X is
X
a
on
version
her
of
hats, the way
they
she
keep it a
slashes and
secret
stuff,
so
like
that
everything's
X
X.
can believe her tracksuit is the perfect disguise. After their bout, X shuns Ritsuka's team as novices. She acknowledges that her mission is not to obliterate all Saber faces, but to cull their numbers. After all, she is a descendant of the Saber class and cannot exist unless at least one Saber survives. She chooses Lily as this servant.
Like, this
and vows
X
to
gonna be
mentor
top
her
3 for
as a
waifus
Saber
for me for the
instructor.
favors.
While this benefits Lily, X is secretly planning to slay her upon returning to the future. With no knowledge of this, Lily's enthusiasm blends well with X's determination, and the two get along surprisingly well. Of course, X's training regimen is quite selfish, forcing Lily to gather parts that broke off from her ship when landing. Furthermore, various monsters find themselves driven to X's spacecraft, and Lily is tasked with defending it from them, gathering Artorium, a newly discovered energy particle, along the way. With the gathered Artorium, X can power her ship and use its device, Atom Kadmon, to enhance Lily's spirit origin. Their training is frankly ridiculous, and Lily even scores the
Also,
opportunity
that's
to
the form
blast
she
Blackbeard
had
in
when
the
she looked like a
crotch with
Gundam.
Valor's light.
It was
They are found by Nikola Tesla, who is delighted to hear
X.
that in the Servant universe. He is
Heroine
known as
X.
Captain Nikola, rival of the Dark Doctor, Sanity Gilles. Nero is flabbergasted to discover that her equivalent in the Servant universe brought destruction to planet Rome through a concert. Their training is interrupted by the arrival of mysterious Heroine Z, a clone of X that, unlike her more reasonable self,
altar.
is bent on destroying all Sabers without remorse. Because X is too soft in accomplishing her mission, Z intends to kill her. Z claims to have caused the spacecraft to crash in the first place. While Z manages to weaken X with a sneak attack, she realizes that she is not strong enough to take on Ritsuka's party on her own. Using the true magic of Keisher Zelrech Schweinorg, Z unleashes a technique called Saber Ninja Art, 3-wave duplication, to call upon copies of herself. Regardless, thanks to Lily's diligent training, Ritsuka's party is able to defeat her. X recovers from being attacked and apologizes to Lily for trying to use her. Despite this, Lily is grateful for X's mentorship and wishes to continue her training. Ultimately, X has learned to be moderate in her goal, choosing to one day assist Chaldea for the chance to defeat strong Sabers under Ritsuka's command. Although mysterious Heroine X has a genuine desire to save her universe, there are forces of evil that prefer chaos in the Servantverse. This group,
So I'm guessing that's Z right there in the middle right there.
Dark Rounds, is led by Master Agravain, the Servantverse's version of Sir Agravain of the Round Table. Beyond being an organization of villains, they specialize in creating artificial servants. Mysterious Heroine Z is one of their creations, but ultimately a failed prototype. Their success, however, is Mysterious Heroine X Alter, an anti-Saber decisive weapon tasked with defeating Mysterious Heroine X. Her power is derived from the Alter Reactor, which converts calories into mana by using alternium crystals embedded in her body. The most efficient fuel comes from Japanese sugar, particularly her Infinity Chocolate, which continuously supplies her with energy.
sugar? Really?
In her endeavor to slay
Really?
X, she is accompanied by the Vroid K6X4, a service auxiliary high-performance robot that assists in combat and navigation. Despite being forged from the head of a rampaging mechanical giant, X Alter settles on calling it Black Knight-kun. As a resident of the Servantverse, she is diligent and open-minded. When not on her mission, she keeps to her own space, comforted under a black round table kotatsu with books and music to entertain her.
I feel that.
Despite this,
That's me. I just
she
be
is
to
not
myself.
be
I need be,
underestimated.
you know.
X Alter possesses dangerous abilities, such as Alter Choke and Alter Lightning. The strongest tool in her arsenal, however, is her wicked holy sword, Necrocaliber, which can transform and allows her to perform her noble phantasm, Cross Caliber, twin black dragon sword of promised victory. Necrocaliber was purchased online from a sketchy vendor, and she is unable to utilize the full specs listed in its catalog. Through a mysterious ray shift, Ritsuka Fujimaru winds up inside K6X4 with X Alter in the Dark Round's castle on the planet Lothian. There, Lord Agravain declares that the Dark Rounds must go into hiding as a result of rising rebellion. While X-Alter offers to accompany him, Agravain instructs her to hide separately, for she and her unique talents are best served working from the shadows. She is to be the future of the Dark Rounds. While the two argue about separating, they are attacked by Babagen, mortal enemy of all villains. X-Alter prepares to engage the enemy, but she is reminded that her sword is not at full strength. To protect her,
Don't pause for the last time. Wait, so it's X-Alter and Z-Alter? Is not just like it's X and then Z? So it's X-Alter, Z-Alter? Is that how it is? Like what? Like that's crazy. All right, play.
X-Alter's memories and sends her to the escape pod along with Black Knight. Upon escaping their castle, X-Alter leaves the gravitational pull of Lothian. She realizes before fully losing her memories that she is to be the last surviving member of the Dark Rounds. After X-Alter's memories are erased, thanks to Principal God Bless Edison, she finds herself attending Cosmo Chaldea High School, the same school as her sworn enemy, Mysterious Heroine X. As a matter of fact, both X and X-Alter are assigned to be roommates at the dormitory. Together, they proceed to cause havoc throughout their school days, fighting over pudding, breaking curfew, and smuggling in snacks. Eventually, Mysterious Heroine X hops into Dunstallion II and embarks on the journey that leads her to Chaldea. X-Alter, left alone, is told of a planned attack from villains, just as her memories appear to be returning. That night, X-Alter confronts Babagen, who happens to be one of the school's professors. She asks him about the night he attacked Lothian, specifically the fate of Lord Agravain. When he refuses to divulge confidential information, X-Alter fights him to forcibly remove his memory media. After a violent showdown, Babagen understands X-Alter's resolve and tells her about Lord Agravain, revealing that he tumbled down into the castle's reactor core during the conflict and could not be found again. Hearing the truth brings back all of X-Alter's lost memories, and she realizes the need to seek revenge for her lord.
Oh, so she got him back after all that.
However,
okay.
She cannot bring herself to kill him. Instead, she is approached by the Villain Alliance, who wish to recruit her. She accepts their offer, so long as she can bring Black Knight with her. Before departing, X-Alter realizes that Black Knight's malfunctions, or rather, Ritsuka's presence, were caused by an Alternium chip embedded in the Vroid's head. Before removing the chip, she tells the Chaldean master that, once she becomes a valuable servant, she hopes to be summoned. Despite X-Alter being a villain, X remembers their time in school quite fondly. Thus, the two rivals from a universe far, far away and into the future eventually find themselves summoned as heroic spirits in Chaldea's battle against the demon gods and the singularities caused by them.
Wow. I really want to know how much more of the lore is it for this.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this channel, help me beat the algorithm by
I'm gonna pause. Say lore of Mysterious Heroine X and Alter, like X and Alter, like I want to know how much more of like the serververse is there for like other servants, and like is there any more? If there's any more servants that we can learn for like that lore and everything, leave a link in the comments down below. Like guys, let me know, like, cause I'm curious about this serververse. Like that's pretty cool. I don't know if they have animated that verse. I'm pretty sure they haven't, but that's pretty cool to me in my opinion. Like servers free realm, they ain't gotta worry about no master, nothing like that. That's pretty cool. All right guys, so like, subscribe on the video. Boy, I'm out. Peace.